on Israeli soccer, specially prepared and read by Economopoulos.
In 1948, the State of Israel was established, and to many that was the start of what we now know as the Israeli Football Association. But to trace the history of Israeli soccer, one must go back to the late 1920s and early 30s. That's when teams were comprised of either Sabras, those born in what is now Israel, or of European immigrants of Jewish heritage, who competed in sanctioned leagues or in international competition even while the country was under English rule. Before the State of Israel was established, there were teams comprised solely of Jewish players, and they battled on the soccer fields against teams from Egypt and Lebanon, to name only a couple. With the establishment of the State of Israel, such powerful teams as Maccabi Tel Aviv, Hapoel Tel Aviv, and Hakoach formed the foundation of the Israeli Football Association. And although much of the nation's time was taken with defending itself against numerous enemies, soccer played and still plays an important part in the life of an Israeli. Presently, Israeli soccer is enjoying its greatest growth. According to the Israeli Football Association, there are now 470 official teams which are affiliated with the association. There are 16 teams in the top national league. There are 246 teams in 3 other divisions. There are 2 senior leagues for juniors, 6 secondary leagues for boys, and 2 leagues for children. A recent report by the Israeli Football Association estimated that there are nearly 15,000 active registered players in the state. And the report further revealed that there are 40 non-Jewish teams competing, which includes Arab and Christian squads. Israeli soccer enjoyed its biggest success in 1968, and again 2 years later, reaching the final round in Mexico City. Then, in 1970, World Cup competition, the team played well but failed to gain the quarterfinals. The team lost only 1 game in its bracket. The Israeli Football Association also enters the national team in the rugged Asian Games, in which Israel has copped the crown 6 times in the past 10 years. In the Junior Asian Cup, they have won the title no less than 5 times. Many Israeli players have received invitations to compete in top teams around the world. One such player is Mordechai Shpigler, who was a member of the second-place Maccabi Netanya team and member of the Israeli 1970 World Cup squad. Shpigler now plays for the New York Cosmos of the North American Soccer League, alongside the legendary king of soccer, Brazilian superstar Pele. The 30-year-old starting forward has scored 8 goals so far for the Cosmos. I talked with Shpigler in the noisy Cosmos dressing room after the Cosmos 3-1 victory over the Boston Minutemen Wednesday night at Downing Stadium in New York. How do you like soccer here in America compared to Israel?
Well, I love soccer anywhere, so I enjoy it over here. I think there's coming a big progress in soccer in the United States. Of course, it's because of Pele's arriving, and I hope that the future will bring up and up the soccer over here.
Have you ever dreamed of playing with Pele before? I mean, as a little kid, maybe, or... You know?
Well, I dreamed, but I didn't believe in my dreams. But now when it came, you know...
You were signed before Pele, right?
Oh, yes.
So was there any talk when you were signed? The Cosmos say maybe they're going to have Pele?
They told me that they are going to have Pele, but I must tell you the truth, I didn't believe that time. But I took the chance coming, and, you know...
After the season is over, you're going to go back to Israel and play for your team?
Well, I have another year contract with my team, but if everything is going well here, I don't see any reason not to stay another year.
What do you do during the off-season if you were in Israel, let's say, last year? Are you employed, or is soccer a full-time sport for you?
Well, I'm a full-time employed in soccer, yeah. I think that if you want to be successful in anything, you must do a full-time job.
Okay, thank you very much, Mordechai.
Welcome.
Good luck. That was Israeli soccer star Mordechai Shpigler, who can be seen in action this Wednesday night when the Cosmos take on the Portland Timbers in a league match at Downing Stadium. The Israeli national team concluded a United States tour last month, winning 4 games and tying just as many. And Jewish soccer in the United States is on the upswing as well, as the Los Angeles Maccabi team won the U.S. National Open Challenge Cup last month over New York Inter Jualuana 1-0. The growth of Israelis' population has increased the tense rivalry that many of the clubs have established in the state, and on any given league day, stadiums such as the Bloomfield Stadium in Jerusalem are packed with fans for the matches. As Israel grows, it is apparent to soccer fans the world over that the growth has been matched by the growth of the national sport of that nation, soccer. It certainly is a healthy sign.
That was an exclusive Israel Hour feature on Israeli soccer, prepared and read by Economopoulos.